This is like a Jussie Smollett situation, but do you know how much attention this is going to get in comparison to the Jussie Smollett situation? Who's murdering on behalf of Joe Biden? This is nonsense. It has been found out that this guy actually committed wire fraud and he burned his own place, and it was very obviously fake at the time, and now we have proof that it was fake. He pleaded guilty to destroying his own home. I mean, it's not that surprising when look at this shit. Do we have the pictures of the home? I thought it was in this. Look at this.
Federal officials now join.
Look at this. Look at this guy's home.
The siding and everything just started melting. The windows on this side already shattered.
Home security footage shows the moment Dennis and Deanna Mola run outside to find their garage and several cars on fire.
I woke up around 3:48, as we know from our Ring camera, to a very loud explosion that shook the house.
Before flames left their Brooklyn Center driveway in ashes, police captured this photo. Spray painted on their garage, Biden 2020, BLM, and an A with a circle around it.
Anarchist for Biden.
A commonly known symbol for anarchy.
We live in, the greatest country in the world, and the greatest thing about America is we have the right to say what we want to say and to not, be attacked for it, and I feel like that's totally been violated.
Police believe the couple may have been targeted as they had a large Trump flag displayed on a camper and another flag on the back of one of their trucks.
If it's really because of the flag, I wouldn't have gotten it. I don't want to deal with this at all.
The Mollers say this is the first time they've ever put a political sign up.
Dude, he looks so nervous. Look at him. Look at him. He doesn't want it to fall apart.
Small children at home, they say this is likely the last.
We feel almost so silly that,
Anyway, it finds out, shocker, it was faked and they did it themselves. Anyway, I want to play this Fox News statement, Fox News clip from The Time from Ben Shapiro and Lauren Ingram, who did a segment on it and had a lot of things to say about this fake thing that didn't happen.
A story out of Minnesota that began to get some traction today, and it was very disturbing. And this was a homeowners who woke up to find that their garage basically was on fire, had been burned down. They had a Trump flag or poster up, and had been burned. And then Biden 2020 graffiti and the Antifa symbol. And this is Minnesota nice. There's a message being sent.
Only Fox News viewers would believe this shit.
Ben, by the far left, and I think people are beginning to see that arsonist behavior, looting, even murder, none of it's off the table.
Well, the fact is, again, generic statements about violence and looting being bad are not going to cut it. We all know that if this were right-wingers who were performing this kind of violence, Joe Biden would be out there on the front lines proclaiming that
This is like a Jussie Smollett situation, but do you know how much attention this is going to get in comparison to the Jussie Smollett situation? Who's murdering on behalf of Joe Biden? This is nonsense. There are anarchists who go and beat up people. There are anarchists who go and bust up businesses, but there's no Biden support. I am gonna kill you for Joe Biden. Inshallah, Brandon Rising. That's not happening. There's no suicide bombers for Biden. That's not a button he made, suicide bombers for Biden. This is nonsense, and anybody with two brain cells to rub together who isn't a partisan hack should have looked at that graffiti and immediately had a bunch of questions to ask instead of immediately taking it on face value for partisan reasons as these two did, as these two schmucks did, who are never going to revisit the story 2 years later. It's too late. They're never going to revisit it. They're never going to be like, hey, I was wrong here, and it turns out it was fake. I think it's important to clarify because, but of course they'll talk endlessly about Jussie Smollett, but this happening? No. This doesn't, we don't need to revisit this. I don't know what you're talking about. What victim complex? Never heard of it.
Right-wing ideology was innately linked to violence and cruelty, but as soon as it is left-wingers in his coalition who are out there harassing people at restaurants or burning things down or perhaps shooting police officers, as we saw in Louisville last night, well, then the movement that they are linked to, the broader ideological movement they are linked to, he refuses to condemn. It's one thing to condemn generically violence and looting. I was told, by the way, that when Donald Trump did that back in Charlottesville, that wasn't enough. He had to specifically condemn one specific ideology, which, by the way, he absolutely did, actually.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, the ideological coalition between anarchists and Biden, man. The actual anarcho-Bidenists, man. The actual anarcho-Bidenists rising, man.